Just a moment ago, a piece of that plane was in the back of a truck, but now we've just seen they pulled a couple of more pieces out and wrapped them in bubble wrap and stuck them in the back of another car. You can still smell smoke in the air, and all along the side of this building, you can see the windows are open. Some of them are broken out. They're covered in soot, and you can take a look down there. There's some more damaged or burned material sticking out of the windows. And if you listen, you can hear that they've started playing music behind me. And police say if you know anything about this case, to give them a call. In the meantime, the family will lean on one another to get through this. Witnesses say a man was sitting right here on this porch when that police car spun out of control. You can see the damage is still pretty obvious, but even with all of this, there were no major injuries. As we are on board the Cobrookdale Railroad in about an hour, this train will take off for a St. Patrick's Day themed train ride. And folks who come will get to hang out with a leprechaun. The event lasts for about an hour and a half, and people have been lining up all day. The main restaurant is packed, and you can look behind me. This is the overflow area, and we were about to show you the streets, but then we had these two high school students come run out of the house. They have on sweatshirts and shorts and boots, an awesome combination here, right? When they searched the car, they found a bottle this size, but it wasn't filled with soda. Police say it was filled with meth. These lights shine for 24-year-old Miguel Reyes. In an instant, his light went out.
That kid did nothing to nobody, to have this done to him.
Reyes died late Wednesday night after being shot just a few yards from his home in the 200 block of Pear Street in Reading. In the spot, friends and family have scrawled words of remembrance and love to him.
I first found out I was in my room, and then all I heard was shots go off, so I came down to make sure everybody was okay. And then that's when we all started running down the block, and I see my brother on the floor. I just started crying.
His 16-year-old brother, Joshua Edwards, says Reyes' death has been tough on everyone. And when Reyes' 1- and 3-year-old sons are old enough to understand it, it'll be tough on them, too.
I just feel like he's still here. Like it never happened. It was like a dream.
His brother and his stepfather, William Edwards, say someone shot Reyes when he stopped to talk to someone on his way to a corner store.
I was down and I put my jacket on his head to stop bleeding so this kid wouldn't die.
Paramedics rushed him to the hospital around 8 o'clock. He died 3 hours later. Edwards says his son recently moved back to Reading about a year ago and was a good kid who didn't deserve this. He says the family is devastated and still can't believe he's gone.
The people out there were going after somebody else. You know, you killed my son.
You want to trim it down or just shape it up?
Inside City Cuts Barbershop in Kutztown.
That's tight. That's good.
You'll spot all the barbershop essentials, but tucked away in a box is a collection of children's books.
So as soon as we got the books, we just needed the kids. And once the kids came in, it just worked out perfectly.
Did you have Thanksgiving at your house?
There's the typical barbershop talk.
Yeah, it was my daughter's first Thanksgiving.
But on any given day, you'll hear something else. Children reading books out loud. The shop calls it Books by Kids.
Just the courage for them to do it, because I don't think I would have ever did it as a kid. I don't care how much money was on the line. You know.
Shop owner John Esqueta and barber apprentice Jerry Jones started this almost a year ago as a way to help build kids' reading and public speaking confidence. Even now, for both men, speaking in public is tough. Because you're shy right now.
Yes, I am. Very shy.
Right now in the camera, I'm like, palms are sweating a little bit.
The guys here say if a kid is brave enough to sit in this seat and read a book, it doesn't matter if they want to read one line, a paragraph, or a chapter. The idea is that they just get comfortable reading something.
You might not have the confidence today, but tomorrow you have the confidence to do it.
The kids who read get $3 out of the deal, but also confidence. It's a lesson not taught in most barbershops. But these guys say they hope others will pick it up and not let it fade.
We want to be more of a staple to the community.
In Kutztown, Katiera Winfrey, 69 News. I was sitting in the courtroom when the guilty verdicts were read, and from where I was sitting, I couldn't see a visible response from the defendants. However, emotions were high. As jurors left the courtroom, I could see tears in their eyes, along with many others who had been sitting in the courtroom. Jonathan and Grace Foster have each been found guilty of involuntary manslaughter and endangering the welfare of a child.
The law's the law, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts.
The Upper Tupahawken Township couple's 2-year-old daughter, Ella Grace, died from what doctors called a treatable form of pneumonia in 2016. The couple cited their religious beliefs as the reason they didn't seek medical help for the child.
We don't judge them by their religion or nothing. We didn't take any of that into account.
Pennsylvania law says religious beliefs are no excuse for refusing to help a sick child, and it's that law that jury foreman Casey Tharp says mattered most.
That's what it came down to, actually, was we went by the letter of the law, like exactly what the law said, and that's how we all came to the actual conclusion.
Testimony revealed that even after the child died in her father's arms, the parents never called 911. They instead started making funeral arrangements.
When parents are derelict in their duties, we, law enforcement, prosecutors, have to protect those children, and we will continue to do so.
The district attorney says he hopes this conviction sends a message that his office will continue helping children who can't help themselves. The jury foreman says even though the decision is tough, he sticks by it. And the Fosters are expected back in court next month for sentencing. The defense says they don't want to comment right now because sentencing hasn't happened, but they say they do plan on appealing the case. Reporting live in Reading, Katiera Winfrey, 69 News.